Hi, welcome to Mommy Mayhem. It's just me today, your host Ashley. None of the Mayhem crew, just my own chaos. And honestly, this is an episode I have been wanting to talk about for a while. Um, Mainly because someone very close to me just had a baby, and postpartum's hard, and it kind of brought back a lot of memories of what I had gone through. Everybody talks about pregnancy, everybody talks about your labor, everybody talks about the new baby, perfect angel babies. But for me, it just felt like nobody really prepared you for what happens after. And I'm not talking about just like physically, but mentally, emotionally, personally. Um, because here's the thing, I just wish that somebody told me, like, everyone prepares you for that baby, but nobody prepares you for their new you. You didn't just give birth to a new perfect angel baby. You literally gave a new life to yourself. Sorry. And I'm honestly just starting to recognize myself, and I'm loving her. I think it's the first time in my life that I've literally loved my skin, loved who I'm becoming. Just really proud of my growth in being a mommy. And if you're in the trenches of the new beginnings of mommyhood, I can't wait for you to feel this way too, and just learn to love the new you and the strength that I've gotten from becoming a mom. Yeah, but just thinking about like the very fresh, first few months, I think postpartum definitely hit me like a truck. I always knew that I'd be tired. I knew that I would be healing. But what I didn't really expect was the feeling of like not recognizing myself. Again, not just my body, but my mind. I was in a diaper, recovering from a C-section I did not think I would have, just barely able to move comfortably. And yet, there's just so much of like this unspoken expectation of just like being okay and bouncing back. And people are like, oh, your baby's here. Can we come over? We're going to hang out. Can we host? Can we, have a whole fucking function? And you're like, no, get the fuck out of my bubble. I was in what I can only describe now as like a fully protection mode. At the time, I thought I was being a little dramatic. I thought maybe people thought I was absolutely unfucking hinged. But looking back, I wasn't insane. I wasn't unhinged. I was wired to protect my baby. Everything felt like a threat. There's the fucking germs everywhere, the noise, the people, the energy. I just didn't want people in my space. Charlie was also born during the peak of RSV and COVID and the flu, and everybody was fucking sick. And yeah, I just didn't want people holding her for too long. I didn't want anything disrupting this tiny little baby bubble that we were in that was so perfect. And you know, aside from the hospital, we didn't really have visitors for almost 2 months. Originally, we had said 1 month, but I'm not kidding. Literally everyone on my side, on my husband's side, got sick, and a little bit of me was like, okay, bye, stay away, get out of here. Um, but I do remember this one time specifically. I don't know if I'll get in trouble, but my in-laws came to visit after that 2 month period, and in my head, I kind of planned like a quick visit, like, short and sweet, and they were in and out, and they stayed for an entire fucking football game. An entire game. I remember sitting on the couch. I was in so much pain, still healing, still fucking in a diaper, and they're holding my baby, and they just held her and held her, and that feeling just started like building up inside of me, this anxiety, this tension, this rage. It like literally physically started to hurt to watch someone hold her. And I just kept my mouth shut. I didn't say anything because I didn't want to like hurt their feelings or anybody to think I was rude. I didn't want to be that mom who's controlling. And I just remember sitting there feeling uncomfortable, overstimulated, trying to smile through it. And I just remember the second they left, I got off the couch with help. I broke down. I was crying. I was shaking. I actually got so overwhelmed and like overheated feeling that I like threw up. And I just remember my husband running upstairs with Charlie and was like, oh my God, are you okay? And I was like inconsolable, so upset they did nothing wrong. I just want to point that out. They did nothing wrong except overstay a little bit, but that's okay. They were very pleasant and sweet, and it was nothing bad. It just was that, okay, I need to get back in my bubble of just our little trio. Um, yeah, it was horrible. I just felt horrible. And it's just like how much I had to push down in that moment. And I remember thinking, like, well, aside from get the fuck out of my house, it was like, what's wrong with me? Why are you so overbearing and controlling? And like, why can't you just let it go? You can see your baby. Like, and if I had asked, of course they would have given her back. I just was all in my head about it. And here's the part that's kind of hard to explain, but I'm sure most of you have been there or are currently going through it. I did not want to be around people. I had never felt more alone in my life. I have the most amazing husband who truly was incredible through all of it. But even like him, sometimes there was like a few moments where I felt so lonely and isolated. And even, he's there, he's right next to me, but you just feel so alone. And I think maybe because he wasn't in my body, wasn't in my mind, he wasn't feeling what I was feeling. He absolutely was feeling his own dad postpartum things, and I don't want to take away anything that he was feeling. And again, he was absolutely amazing and just cared for me, not only me, obviously our child, because when you have a C-section or even a vaginal delivery, like, you're tapped out 6 to 8 weeks. You are somehow supposed to take care of a brand new human, but really it's a lot on your spouse or your village. But yeah, I just had this like constant anxiety. I didn't know if I don't think I slept for the first few months. I think I'm just now starting to sleep again, honestly. um, but I was always like waking myself up to check if she was breathing, check if she was too hot, is she okay? And then there's good old Dr. Google, my emotional support and toxic best friend. Dr. Google, thank you. I'd Google everything. And of course, every search leads you to like down this fucking dark rabbit hole of worst case scenario. And everything was horrible. And my husband definitely had to talk me off of that anxiety ledge many, many times. I probably couldn't count on my fingers. And then there was this like belief that I had that I needed to do it all on my own, and that asking for help somehow meant that I was failing. It meant that I was weak. It meant that I wasn't able to handle it, that I wasn't a good mom. I mean, the mom guilt, which we talked about in our first episodes, was like so fucking unreal. Like, you chose this. I should be able to do this. Other moms can do it. Everybody else can do it. Why can't I do it? I can do it by myself. Just that anxiety, that toxic fucking level. And now I love asking for help. Please, Yaya, Gigi, come get this baby. Come play with her. Mommy needs 10 minutes alone. I will happily, freely, and zero shame. Please come babysit this girl. I'm good. I can take some alone time for sure. Love her to pieces. But I do just remember back then I couldn't get there. It took me a really long time to be comfortable with that. Even like, again, thank God for my mother-in-law. She was very patient with me, and like, she came to our house for a couple hours to play with Charlie while I would go, shower or get work done or laundry or something. And then eventually I was like, okay, you can take her. But I do appreciate that patience and stuff. It took a long time for me. And then we talk about the physical aspect of it all. Like, birth is brutal. I don't care how it happens. I don't care if it came out of your vagina, if that baby came from C-section, all of it. It's painful. It's unpredictable. It's fucking exhausting. And yes, what comes from it is the greatest thing in the whole entire world. Literally, I could not be more blessed and in love with my baby girl. But holy shit, birth fucking sucks, guys. It sucks. And if anybody, it's not the picture perfect movie shit where your water gushes and explodes and the baby's there 5 seconds later and you push and the baby's here. I was in labor for 30 fucking hours before I had a C-section. My C-section scar was uncomfortable for weeks. I still get random zingers, but I was definitely down for like the full 8 weeks and trying to take care of a newborn while recovering. It's next level. It was, I don't know if that's just me being stupid. I don't know. I'm not, but you know what I mean? Like, it was next fucking level, guys. It was horrible. And looking back, there are things I would definitely do differently. I would have loved to have set boundaries sooner. And if we decide to ever have another kid, I will definitely be able to advocate for myself a lot more, not just with family and friends and stuff in those boundaries, but even advocating for myself at the doctor, with my, the team of nurses and everyone. I have learned to speak up for myself more and for my child because duh. I would absolutely accept help, all the help. I would give myself so much more grace and love and appreciation for what my body just went through for 10 months and then recovery. Like, oh my gosh, girl. Pregnant Sha, God bless you, girl. Recovering newly postpartum Sha, you crushed it. Like, I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of my fucking self. um, and, you're just in like one of the most vulnerable, overwhelming places. So life altering, that season of life, and I expected myself to handle it. Not perfectly, but a little bit better than I did. Um, and I'm so grateful for the support. I'm so grateful for my therapist during that time, even though things didn't work out in the works for a new one. Send them to me if you got some suggestions. So grateful for my anxiety medication that I was prescribed. All of that support mattered so much. And I think that's something else that we don't talk about enough, is that sometimes you need more than just pushing through. I really thought I could, but sometimes you need real support, and that is totally normal. It's okay. Like, literally, don't forget that. So if you're in that phase right now, or you remember that phase, I want you to hear this. You are not crazy. You are not overreacting. You are adjusting. You are healing. You are not being overprotecting. You are protecting. You're becoming someone completely new, and you do not owe a single fucking person access to your brand new baby, your body, or your space. Protect your peace, literally always. And if no one has told you lately, you are doing an incredible job. Even on the days it doesn't feel like it, you are. Mommying is hard, dadding is hard, parenting is hard. Yeah, that's my little piece of mayhem. I know it's a super short little episode, but if this resonated with you, send it to another mommy or dad or anyone who's feeling alone, because that's kind of why we started this podcast, was just awareness, and that you're not alone and that you're not crazy. Like I literally just said, sorry, sometimes I'm a broken record and I just repeat and repeat. But don't forget to love yourself. If you have a village, they are there to help. But also, you can tell them to go the fuck home. Get the fuck out. Please come back for more chaos. I love you all. We'll see you next time. Bye.